All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Short kick, it's taken at the 23. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 29-yard line.
Come on, set. Get the Pittsburgh. Right there. 56. Watch them run. They're running it.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Flushed out right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Gurley. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their own 46.
Let's get off the field, D.
Throwing to start the drive. Fields. And that'll be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Buccaneers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go. Get the set. Get the center base. You mine.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 12-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On the toss, it's Gurley. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And able to find Graham, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 3rd down gain of 19.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the pistol, it's Gurley. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 23.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Bills.
The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On first down, it's Gurley. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check. Crouch.
Now Gurley looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Throwing is Jackson. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
They run. It's Gurley. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mike 51. It's coming this way. Here we go.
Jackson's going to try the sneak. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Were we surprised a little bit? 2nd and 1, they went quarterback sneak. I know it worked, so it's not like I'm second-guessing at all, but I thought they might go with something else there.
No, I'm sitting here trying to think the last time I saw a 2nd 1 sneak. I can't remember any.
Yeah, it's a rare call because normally you're going to go and use your back if you're going to run it or if you want to throw it, a little quick pop there. But in this case, just get in behind those big guys and pick up a first down. Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in, and they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Here's Gurley now. Toss right. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. They come out here in the eye. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
The kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Buccaneers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here we go. Henry, 50 seconds to mine. I'm coming.
On 1st down, punt. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And just like that, it's 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Here's Jackson to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And an alley to run. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, Antonio Brown. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Throwing on first down. Fields. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's going deep for Brown. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before break. Fields. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Let's
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. A big run by Kareem Hunt, 75 yards. Well, this game's ripe for the taking, and that run, I think it means he wants to take it.
Not only does he want to take it, he doesn't care what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball. You can be prepared for him. He's coming at you anyway.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Our time. It's our time.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And it's caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Matt LaCosse, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Gurley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Ready? Take the mic. 56 is the mic. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Third down.
Here we go. You got a wolf. 6 right there, 56. Man, I got you.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Being chased out left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 43.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
To throw is Jackson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
You ain't doing nothing.
Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get him into the right defense.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On 2nd and goal, Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. 3rd and goal, Jackson. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka.
A 32-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll run again with Hunt. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down.
I got you. I got you.
From the gun, Fields. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16. First down, Tampa Bay. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Off-play action. Fields. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On the counter, Hunt. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. A gain of 3, second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
16 yards, a first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order.
And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Antonio Brown, his first touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 11 yards there, first down. Jackson now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, first and 10. Now it's Jackson, flush to his right, and now he's going to use his legs. Opted to run for it, the decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Here's Gurley. And an alley to run. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Todd Gurley. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on the toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Fields. This will be caught by Brown. That's good for a Buccaneer first to pick up of 12 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run on first down. It's Hunt, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. This is Hunt. And shutting him off, now open field. Well, they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 34 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. They'll try to run with Hunt. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Kareem Hunt with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd and 10, Jackson. And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. 20. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
He's back to throw. And he's got it. And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go.
And with that kneel down at the end of the game, partner, they now get to 3-1. This is a good football team we saw in this game.
It is indeed getting to 2 games above 500, and I know early on, while they said they wanted to win every game, they thought they would be solid with a 3-1 start, and here they are.
Yeah, you break your schedule up almost into quarters, every 4 games, and assess 3-1. Any team would take that.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Buccaneers, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.